Hello everyone. So now we have completed 2D sketching in Solid Edge. Today we are going to start with 3D. So in 3D we are going to see extrude boss, extrude cut and various features which are required in 3D to make a part. But before starting 3D, it is necessary for us to understand how to take multiple planes other than the three standard planes and how to make sketches convertible from one plane to another plane. And then we are going to start 3D. So it is a part of 3D only. So first we are going to make one sketch. So I'll start with sketch tab, select the required plane. I'll say center rectangle here. Provide the dimensions required. Provide the dimensions between sides instead of lines. First we'll make this sketch completely constrained. We will also make one more sketch that is under constraint. And now we'll say close sketch. Now here we have to remember that we have made these sketches on front plane. So now my requirement is to take one parallel plane with the reference of front plane. So to start with taking planes. Now why it is necessary to take extra planes? It is because sometimes models are very complicated and we cannot depend on the three standard planes. So it is necessary for us to understand how to take different planes by different ways or different references. So for that, one tab is given here, that is planes. So in planes you can see the second option. There are multiple options given in second. There are multiple ways given in second option, that is taking a plane parallel, angular, perpendicular, coincide by axis and etc. So we are going to take parallel plane now. So to start with, I'll select this option parallel, and now it is necessary to keep on or keep unhide these base reference planes. So here I will take the reference of front plane so as to make a parallel plane. You can see as soon as I clicked on front plane, one new plane is been appearing there, and one window, one pop-up chart is appearing showing the distance here. So in this window I am going to show the distance as 200 mm. Now if I am taking 200 mm, I just need to click on this side and the plane will appear here. If I want the plane to come at opposite side, then I will undo it. Again go for base reference planes, and in planes we are going to select parallel option. Select the reference plane as a front plane. You can select any face or plane or entity as required by different conditions. But in this condition I am taking front plane. It is not necessary that always front plane will be used for taking different reference planes. So in this condition my reference is front plane, only for this condition. Again this plane is appearing. Now if I want the direction to be coming at back side, so I need to drag it only. There is no reverse or forward option given here. You just need to drag on whatever side you want the plane to be appeared. So I'm taking it at back side now. I'll set the distance as 250 mm and enter. You just need to click on that side also to complete the command. Now this plane has been appeared here other than the three base reference planes. This is the fourth plane here. You can also see it in model tree here. Now I'll activate this plane by saying sketch. Before that, again we will hide the base reference planes here first, and then we will say sketch to the new plane. And now I want this rectangle and circle to be made on that plane also with the same sizes and same location. So instead of making this rectangle and circle again, I can do one shortcut thing here, that is to use project command. Project to sketch. It will come in sketcher tab only. You just need to select the command and it will ask you the selection method, whether you want to select individual lines one by one, or you can also go by chain selection. Either ways you want. So I'll select the single wireframe first. In this you can see we need to select one by one each line. And you completely select this sketch, then only it will show you fully defined or black sketch. Or else it will remain in a blue color, but it doesn't mean that it is wrong. You can directly utilize them also. I will undo it again. And again go for project entities. You can see this option here above construction line. And now I will go for wireframe chain selection. You just need to select the rectangle here and say accept. Now this complete rectangle is been selected, or we can say that complete rectangle is been projected here. Second thing we are going to project here is the circle. Again, select the project to sketch option and click on the circle and say accept. Now one thing to notice that when we have made this earlier sketch, this rectangle was completely constrained, but the circle was not constrained. But while projecting these sketches on other planes, both these sketches will come completely defined and we don't have any option to edit them. They are totally dependent on the first sketch to be edited. Means if I change the value in first sketch, then only the changes will appear in the second converted sketch. So you have to keep in mind there is one drawback here, that is the converted sketch is totally dependent on first sketch so as to be changed by the values or by the positions. So I'll close this sketch again and now you can see model tree will show all the history here. First we have taken sketch 1, then we have taken front plane, then we took plane 5 by the reference of front plane at the distance of 250 mm. If you double click on this plane 5 option in model tree, it will also show the distance here. If you want to edit that distance, click on the value once and you can edit the value here. If I want it to be taken as 300 mm, you can update the distances later also. There is one more option to update the distance here, that is select the option plane 5 and go for dynamic edit. Here also you can edit the distance, I say 200 mm. So in this way you can change the planes. If I want to reverse the direction of the plane, just select the plane and say edit feature. And now you can flip the direction here. I will take it on front side as well as I will provide the distance. Main thing is to click here at whatever side you want. So after clicking you can see it is completely coming on front side now. So in this way you can use parallel planes. Now suppose I want one more plane now. So again I will go for parallel option. Select the reference from which you need to take one more plane. So I'll select the reference here as this plane 5 now this time. Earlier we have taken front plane as a reference. Now we are going to take plane 5 as a reference. And just drag the plane. You can see one more plane has been generated here. Just put up the distances. So okay. The other plane is also generated here. Again go for sketch. Select the plane to be sketched. And again you can go for project entities. Select the required entities to be projected again. This time I will only select the rectangle here. Say accept. And now this time only this rectangle is being projected here. So these were the methods of taking parallel plane and projecting the entities. These two methods are going to be extensively used in 3D. That's why we have seen these 2 points earlier only. Now I'll say close sketch and now we will start with new model. So for that I'm going to take a new tab here. I'll say Control N and now you can say whatever module you want to start with. I'll again say isometric part. Say OK. And now we will go for the first command, that is extrude boss and extrude cut in 3D. So to start with we need to make sketch first. Now one thing to be noted here, that there are two methods to make extrude boss and extrude cut. First one is to take sketch first, to make a sketch first and then go for extrude boss or extrude cut. Other one is to take the feature first and in feature only we have to make sketch and then we will extrude that sketch. Means you have to draw the sketch by using feature command only. We will see them one by one. First we will go with the method in which sketch is firstly made and then feature is applied. So to start with I am going to draw sketch first here. Select the sketch tab, select the required plane, I will say top plane here. And now for extrude boss and extrude cut you need to keep in mind that your sketches should be completely closed one. So I will start with center rectangle here. Now I am going to prefer center rectangles, ellipse also by centers only, and I will try to make each and every sketch symmetric from the center. It is because it is not compulsory, but if you do that, all the planes will come at center of the part and this will help you in assembly also. That's why we are going to use everything by reference of the centers. So I will say center rectangle here, select the origin and drag the rectangle. We'll put up the dimensions here I'll say it 150 mm. The another one, I'll say it 90 mm here. Close sketch, say finish and cancel. After that, we are going to move for feature that is extrude. Extrude means adding the material in linear direction for one sketch which is closed. You can also go for one or more sketches. I'll say extrude here. Now after saying extrude, one chart will appear, and here in prompt bar also you can see it is asking you to select the face reference. It is to make sketches, but we have already made sketches, so I'm going to select another option above the coincide plane, that is to select from sketch. So as you have made this sketch earlier only, you just need to select this option after saying extrude. Again we'll repeat here. So now extrude command, and as we have drawn sketch earlier only, we are going to select this option here as select from sketch. It is asking you what you want to extrude. So I'll say it select from sketch, and I'll select the sketch here which we have made earlier. Say it OK, and now you can see this extrude boss has been appearing here. It is asking you for going at one-sided only. There are different ways of making the extrude boss. We will see all the three ways. The first one is making the extrude at one side. So this is one-sided extent or extrude. So whatever side you want, you just drag on that side, at lower side either, or you can go for upper side. You just need to put the value here. You can see this window. Now the value option is appearing here. I'll say it's 60 mm extrude at one side. After clicking 60 mm, again I have one more chance whether I want it in reverse direction or forward direction, at lower or upper direction. So at whatever direction I want, I just need to click on that side. After clicking on the mouse, you can see the extrude is coming at the upper side here with the value of 60 mm. If I want to edit the value again, I just need to click on this value and say 80 mm and say finish. Now if I feel that the direction is wrong, again I want the direction to be taken at downward side, you can edit the feature here again. You just need to click and say edit definition, this icon. Select edit definition and go for this extend step. Again it will ask you whether you want it at upper side or lower side, and put up the value and say at lower side only I want this time, and then finish. So now the direction is flipped here. Suppose I want this value to be taken as 60 mm. So I'll just click on the part, and you can see this dynamic edit option. It will only edit the values here. It will not edit the feature or sketch. Just for editing value, this option is given. I'll select. So it will show all the sketch and feature values both together. So I want to edit the feature value. I'll select this 40 mm and say 80 mm. Right click and escape. Now if I want this extrude to be taken from mid side, means above 40 mm and below 40 mm. So again we'll go for edit feature, edit definition option, and then select the extend step option again. And here you can see this option is given, that is symmetric extend. It means that now the extrusion will be taken on both sides, making the plane at the center reference. Means the plane will lie at the center and extrusion material will be added on both the sides. So whatever value that I want, suppose I want 80 mm only as earlier, I'll say 80 and enter. So now you can see this 80 is divided on both the sides. So in this way you can complete the feature here, extrude boss. But after completing also you can see this sketch is visible here. I don't want this sketch to be visible, so I'll hide this sketch here. And now this extrusion is appearing on both the sides. You can see. Again I have one more option for the extrusion direction, that if I want this extrusion to be taken on both the sides but unequally, means non-symmetric. I mean if I want 80 mm only but I want 30 mm upper side and 50 mm at lower side, means the values are not equal on the both sides. So I can do that also. Select the protrusion, say edit definition, and here again say extend step, and now I'll say this third option, that is non-symmetric extend. So in non-symmetric extend, I'll go for the first direction first. I'll say it at upper direction and put up the value. So now for value, here at the bottom side this option is appearing. I'll say 30 mm on direction 1. And as soon as I click on that direction after putting the value, this second direction material will be added. Now I want the material to be added at lower side, that is 50 mm only. So I'll directly type 50 and say enter. And click on the direction which required 50 mm. So here you can see above it is coming 30 mm, at the below side it is coming 50 mm. So this non-symmetric option is used only when you want the extrusions to be taken unequally on both the sides. If I want equally, then I'll go for symmetric option. All the options are given here in extend step only. You can see here one-sided, non-symmetric and symmetric. Okay. After completing this, I'll say right click so as to escape. Now I will use parallel command of the plane here also. Suppose if I want one plane to be taken from this face, the right face, so I'll go for parallel plane option, select the required reference face and then drag the plane from that particular face. One more thing to be noted here, that all the flat faces will act as a plane only here. So from this right side face or plane, you can say I'm taking a new plane. Put up the value here. I want to edit this value. I'll say dynamic edit and change the value. I'll say it 100 mm. Now I'll make one more sketch here. I'll say sketch to this plane. We are going to make one center rectangle here. So I'll select the rectangle option. You can drag this window so as to change the position. Then we'll go for rectangle option and select the center point rectangle. We'll just define this rectangle again. Remember that we are taking the plane, new plane, and then we are going to make this sketch here. Smart dimension. Put up the values. You should completely define this sketch before extruding or applying any feature. It is compulsory only that to define these sketches and then go for the features. I'll say 20 mm this time. Now the complete sketch has been constrained and we can see here that the complete sketch was made on the new plane. Now close this sketch. So it is compulsory for applying any feature that you should close this sketch first, say finish and cancel and then go for the feature. Again I'll select the extrude command. Select the required sketch to be extruded, say OK, and now it will ask you want one-sided or some different option. So I'm going to take one-sided only this time, but now some more options are given here that are in condition options. So it will ask you if I say through all, then it will completely get extruded till this face. Second one is through next. That condition also it will take till this face only. Suppose if I go from extend to extend, this is also very important option here. So from extend to extend, you need to show both the extents, that is start extent and end extent. So start and end I have shown here. Now this extrude step is completed. I'll hide this plane, say cancel, and if you want to hide the plane or sketch, you just need to go in model tree and click on these icons here at the left side. This was extrude boss by different conditions, one-sided, two-sided, non-symmetric, symmetric, and different end conditions through all, from finite extent to another finite extent. You can also go for a value option. If I don't want this extrusion to be taken till this face, and if I want to add the value for the extrusion, I'll say edit feature here again extend step, and instead of taking from extend to extend, I'll go for finite extend option. And here you need to put up the value, then only it will get extrude till that particular value. So I'll add here as 60 mm. You can see at right side this window is appearing for value. I'll just show the direction of extrusion and put up the value as 60 mm. So now it will extrude only till 60 mm. It will not take the reference of this face here. Say finish, and now this complete extrude has been made. So this was extrude boss command. Now we will go for extrude cut command. It is similar to extrude boss only. For that also, first we will make this sketch and then go for the feature. So now we are going to go for extrude cut option. For that also you need to select the plane or face so as to make this sketch. So I'll say sketch and select this face as a plane. I have said this earlier also that you can directly select the flat faces as a plane only to make sketches. So these flat faces of this cube are nothing but faces or planes only. So I'll select this face to make this sketch. Now to start with this sketch, I am going to again refer as rectangle only. You can go any entity. I'll say now this time I'll say hexagon or polygon option. Polygon by center. I'll say this origin as a center and make this polygon here. I'll put up the size required. say it 20 mm. If this note appear that is auto scale sketch, you just need to say don't show this message again. It is asking you particularly that if you make a 2D or 3D sketch containing driven dimension, the auto scale will work in such a way that all the dimensions will get adjusted according to the page setup. So it is better to tick this option and say OK. Now whenever I make any sketch, the scale of the part with according to driven dimension will get adjusted. Next we are going to go for this line and say relation as vertical. Now this line is vertical as well as I have given this 20 diameter, and we have made this hexagon from origin only, so we don't need much dimensions to define it. Next I want to cut this sketch here, so I'll say close sketch and go for extrude cut option. It is similar to extrude boss, only the difference is there the material was going to add, now it is going to cut the material. For both the options cut and boss, cutting or adding, same option is given, that is extrude. You just need to select the close sketch and then say accept. Now if I drag it on my side, it will get extruded. It is because there is no material here, and if I drag it on reverse side, it will get cut. And if you are not obtaining the result as cut, then you can go for this option here, that is extrude add cut option. Select the option and then say cut. So it will only particularly cut the material. If it is not taking automatically, then you just need to select this option and say cut. Now for cutting, you just need to provide the depth here. So in lower right side I can see this option. I'll say it, I want to cut it till 100 mm and enter. So now this extrude cut has been taken place here. Hide this sketch, and now this extrude cut has been made here. You can see here. Now there are different options for this cut also in feature. I'll select edit definition option and now say extend step. If I want this cut to be made through all, then you just need to say through all option. You can see from left side to right side this cut is been made. The next option is also same. From extend to extend is like if I want to start this cut from this face and end this cut at this face reference, then it will take only the depth of that particular face only, from the first face to this last face. This depth is automatically defined. You can see here. So to understand, we can say that the inner face, flat face, is coplanar with this face. So whatever the distance is from this face, front face of this part till the back face of this extrusion, that distance has been cut here. That was from extend to extend option. Next one, here it is finite extent. So for finite extent, you just need to give the value here. I'll say it 40 mm and enter. I'll hide this sketch here. Now this cut is also made here. If I want to make these parts visible from the inner features, so I can go for this appearance or view styles. Now by default option is on, that is shaded with visible edges. If I say shaded only, then the edges will disappear from this part and only you can see the material here. If I go for this option, that is hidden visible edges only, then only edges will be visible, material will not be visible here. Only these edges will be visible. But still these internal cuts are not visible, means how much depth is there for this internal cut, it is not visible here. So for that, again say view styles and go for this second last option, and now you can see this cuts also. It will help us to understand what is the depth of this cut. So these were the two commands to understand the internal features, what is the depth of the cut and whether there are internal features in a part or not. So in this way we have completed the extrude boss, extrude cut and the lecture 5. Now we will continue with the part modeling lectures further. Till then, thank you.